Got another song that you just can't get out of your head. Welcome back to the Countdown with Dean Kirk. Up to number 8 on this fantasy playlist. Another Spotify discovery. When I first heard this song, bam, went on my Spotify playlist. And then it was a must for this fantasy playlist. Boy, just fits in hand in glove at number 8, up from number 13. Fantasy playlist, May 8th, 2022. Dum dum da 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 dum dum. That's why it sticks like Gorilla Glue in your head. You can't get it out. It's got a heck of a hook right there. It is radio friendly. It is danceable. It's sparked by an opening guitar or keyboard. Sometimes I can't even tell the difference, but that instrument, it's so sugary, it's so sweet, it's delicious. It's a delicious beat, and you just want to, okay, I got one bite. Let's take some more bites out of this, and boom, it's got that snap your fingers drum beat, drum pattern in the first, and then it kicks into that dance, that classic dance and house beat. And boy, you got yourself a hit record right here. It's not played on the radio, but it needs to be played. Big time. Hot rotation. It's another hit. Another catchy record. Jabu. I believe that's how you pronounce it with dumb. Fantasy playlist, May 8, 2022. I thought this was a guy, just one guy singing on this record, maybe sort of a teenager or 20, 21, 22-year-old who will have a one-hit wonder, a delightful one-hit wonder, but still a one-hit wonder. But no, boy, I tell you, these preconceptions could really mess you up. Because it turns out when I researched this record, I'm like, oh my God, these guys, there's 2 guys in this. It's a Swedish production duo, EDM, BPM guys from Sweden. Sebastian Addis, that's the easy pronunciation right there. That's one of them. The other one, Victor Herstrom. I looked it up. I looked up the pronunciation on YouTube, but I probably mangled it anyway. If he's watching this video, he's like, oh my God, this guy's killing my name. I need to kill him. Well, but anyway, bottom line is 2 guys that signed with Warner Brothers. They worked separately before they got together and producing records. First record they came out with, an early record, their big break came with a song they did called Illusion. It was used in a global advertisement campaign by a company, a fashion accessory company called H&M. After that, they did a remix of Dancing in the Moonlight. Dancing in the Moonlight, that song is cross-generational lines. I just can't believe just how this song just got legs. Like a spider or something, just spins a wide web crossing generations, and everybody redoing it. Started off with Buffalo, I believe is how you pronounce it. Back in 1970, it wasn't a hit for them, but then King Harvest, that's probably the version that you're most familiar with. Huge hit in 1973, one of the signature records of the 70s, the King Harvest. And Top Loader, a group called Top Loader, had a hit with it in England back in the late 90s, and now we've got Dancing in the Moonlight. Listen to their version for the first time, Jabu's version for the first time, Jabba, I believe is how you pronounce it, Jabba's version for the first time on YouTube a few minutes ago, and it's a pretty good version. And they came out with, well, actually, it did well in Scandinavia, in Belgium, and this was in 2018. They re-released it in 2020, and it got on TikTok, and it was used in a soundtrack. It was used in the 6th season or Series 6 of Love Island, which is a reality show, and went to number 11 on one of the charts in Australia. And came out with they came out with an album called Strawtown in 2019, and then an EP of the same name in 2020, and they did a remix. They came out with a remix of a relatively obscure Chris Rea record called On the Beach. Chris Rea had that huge hit, Fool If You Think It's Over, back in the fall of 1978. And then he came out with that song On the Beach in 1986 and re-released it on another album in 1988. It's a nice, easygoing song with a steady drum beat, a sort of a gentle record of sorts, and was redone by Jubel. They remixed that record and did well in one of the countries in Scandinavia. Well, did well in Finland, went to number 1 on one of their airplay charts over there. And some of the other songs they did since then was Teenage Minds and Running Out of Love. Dumb is off the album they put out, or they're going to put out. It may already be out, called 6115 Orange Street. That's the name of it. The radio formats. This is like, listening to this song, I tell you what listening to this song is like. Dark room. Open the blinds. Let a ray of sunshine come through. Boy, I saw some nice shout-outs on this record on YouTube. From Poland, from Georgia. A lot of people get into this record. And I tell you, it's a hit. It deserves to be. This thing's going to fall right through the cracks. It is another hit record that's going to fall right through the cracks. But at least you'll hear the record and maybe want to add it to your library, so something can be said for that as well. The radio formats for this record, well, EDM, it could probably fit into an EDM format. It's not an all-out house record. It's a pop dance record. Perhaps a remix of it, more in a house direction, could probably put it on an EDM or BPM format. But this record as it stands, it is pop single. It is pop music, pop dance record. Don't have to day part it. Don't have to play it at a certain time of day. It's 24 hours a day. It is a mass appeal record. And it's at number 8 on my fantasy playlist of May 8th, 2022. Jubel with Dumb. Brought to you by Dean Kirk. It is a buzzworthy record. Let's buzz this baby up.